Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. And of course, Happy New Year to you all. Hope you had a good celebration night last night. Not feeling too hungover that you can't watch this game with us today. So, watch along that you've joined us for from the Championship, Leeds versus Blackburn. It should be a cracking game today. Leeds in really top form. But we're going to have to do something special to get something out of this game today. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Let's just hope not today. With us today, watch along that you've joined us for from the Championship, Leeds versus Blackburn. Just turn the volume down. It should be a cracking game today. So I hope you're all well. New year, new game, second half of the season. Elland Road for Leeds versus Blackburn. So we'll go through the teams as they are at the moment. So Leeds are starting with Meslier in goal, and then it'll be Bogle, Rodon, Strauch, and Byram the defence. Tanaka and Rothwell will be the holding midfielders, and then we've got James, Aronson, Solomon, and Pirro. So just a couple of changes there for Leeds. Rothwell back in midfield. James is back in. Solomon's back in and Pirro's back in. They did make substitute appearances in the game at what was it, New Year's Eve? Boxing Day, wasn't it? Boxing Day. Blackburn, it's Pears, Britton, Bath, Hyam, Beck, Baker, Transtad, Dolan, Vyman, Hedges, and Ohashi. So that's the two teams as it stands at the moment. It's not quite come on the TV yet. We're a couple of minutes away from that. So all I can tell you is that Leeds are playing a 4-2-3-1 with Pirro up front and the two holding midfielders are Rothwell and Tanaka. That's a strong holding midfielders that they've probably played as well as anybody. Ethan Append, who was dropped out today, probably giving him a rest after his injury problems. And quite right too. Matteo Joseph has been dropped for Pirro. Matteo Joseph, I feel sorry for him. There's a goal scorer in there, but he's just not banging them in the net like what Pirro is at the moment. Aronson and James probably undroppable at the moment. Solomon is playing as well as anybody. Set the goal up for the win earlier on in the week. So look, it's a strong side for Leeds there. As for Blackburn, they're going to be playing the 4-2-3-1 as well. Wyman, the former Aston Villa man, a lot of experience there. Same as Dolan and Beck. So they're going to be no pushovers, Blackburn. They beat Leeds earlier on in the season. Remember last year, they beat them back end of the season when Leeds were struggling, when Sammy Smodic scored the late winner. So a lot in this, a lot riding in this game. Just put the channel on. Should be just about starting shortly. So we have got a few minutes before the game starts. So if you've got any comments you want to add to the channel, if you've got anything to say about the two teams today, or if you just want to give us a goal score, get involved in the comments and the chat. Be nice to see what you've got to say. Nice to discuss anything that you may have to say. And before the game gets started, we're only 10 minutes away from the kickoff, so we've got time to discuss one or two things that you might be able to point out. Leeds, of course, at the top of the league at the moment, a couple of points clear of Sheffield. I'm just going to have a quick look at the fixtures and just have a look at some of these. So, Burnley and Stoke City, Burnley in third position, will be a difficult game. Stoke are no pushovers at any time, even though they're not in the best positions at the moment, but they're always liable to be able to turn up any given day and give somebody a hard time. The game is later, into 8 o'clock. It's the Sunderland-Sheffield United game. A lot riding on that for both teams. So, chance here for Leeds to open up a few points before the other games get underway. Just looking at the Championship table as it is at the moment. Leeds on 51, 2 points clear of Sheffield United, a further point clear of Burnley, and then there's a bit of a gap to Sunderland on 44 in fourth, and Blackburn in fifth on 38. So if Leeds can win this game today, they'll just be eliminating one of their competitors lower down, just opening a bit bigger gap up for themselves. And Middlesbrough are at Hull later on in the 5:30 kickoff. Again, that should be a good game later on. So thanks to everybody who's joined us so far. Please do hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and that like button just helps the channel grow. And of course, the notification bell. Just waiting for the coverage to start on Sky. Still shooting under darts at the moment. That's it. That's gone off, so they should be back on soon, because we're only, as far as I know, about 7 minutes away from kickoff. So we've got a little bit of a build-up. Difficult for Blackburn to get anything out of this game. Leeds have got a superb home record. I don't know exactly what it is. I think they've only lost the one game against Burnley. And in the last 6 games, Leeds have won 5 and drawn 1. So they're the form side at the moment. Blackburn were doing okay until the last 3 games, and they've lost 2 and drawn 1. So all the pointers point towards Leeds winning this, but you just never know. Looks like there's another big crowd at Ellen Road, as there always is. It's always full. I think getting tickets for games at Ellen Road at the moment is like winning the lottery. But get your comments in, interact with us, and let us know what you think about our score. Personally, I'm going to go for a 3-0 today for Leeds. I think they're that much better at home than other teams. So I'm going for a 3-0 win for Leeds. But let me know what you think. If there's a score prediction, let me know what you think. We can all have a laugh at it then when you put it up. I can show everybody. That's okay though. There's, despite what the weather was today, it looks fairly sunny out there. The pitch looks in fantastic condition. And we're basically just waiting for the teams to come out in 5 minutes. Someone tucking into fish and chips there a couple of minutes before the kickoff. I guess gone are the days when it was a pie and peas. As far as games have gone early on, I'll keep you in touch. Plymouth and Bristol drew 2-2. Queen's Park Rangers beat Watford 3-1. And Oxford were on a bit of a run at the moment after struggling for so long. And they beat Millwall 1-0. So I will keep everybody informed of any goals as they go in. I shall also... there's no Premier League games until 5:30 anyway, and Brentford and Arsenal kick off. So it'll just be Championship that we'll keep an eye on this afternoon, which is good for us, really. So looking at the games that are kicking off so far, Luton and Norwich will be a good game. Also, we've got Sheffield Wednesday and Derby County. There's a few good games in there. We'll keep an eye on those scores anyway. Just waiting for the teams to come out. They should be lining up in the tunnel by now. Let's go through the teams again before they do come up. Melier in goal for Leeds. Bogle, Rodon, Stroik, Byram, Tanaka, Rothwell, James, Aronson, Solomon, and Pirro. For Blackburn, it's Pears, Britton, Bath, Hyam, Beck, Baker, Tronstad, Dolan, Vyman, Hedges, and Ohashi. So that's the two teams. I'm talking about the two teams. Out they come now. Join us in the chat if you want to. Let us know what you think the score's going to be. I've said 3-0 to Leeds, but I could be completely wrong. I'm not known for getting my scores right that often, so let me know what you think. Teams just lining up as they usually do before the handshakes. The Leeds team with all the mascots with them. Special day for the mascots. And then the handshakes. Not far away from kickoff now. If you want to join us in the chat, let us know what you think the score is going to be and what you think to Leeds' changes from the other day. Still a strong team, even though they've changed the midfield and got Pirro back up front. All the players that were dropped are still on the bench anyway, so there's plenty of scope for Leeds to swap and change should they need to. Both teams playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Depends how Blackburn are going to play it. Are they going to park the bus and in front of Leeds and say, we are, come and break us down? So I think probably no. If you offered Blackburn a point from today's game, they'd snap their hands off. And we shall see. Aronson keeps his place after that superb goal on Boxing Day. Probably one of the goals of the season, for not spectacular, but just the passing ability. There must have been 20 passes in the Leeds team before they unlocked that Derby County defence, and Aronson finished coolly. It really was a well-worked goal for Leeds. Captains have just shaken hands with the officials in the centre circle, so we're not far off kick-off now. Referee's Oliver Langford today. It looks like Blackburn are going to kick off, and they'll be kicking from right to left in this first half. And away we go. Just get that score up. Ball was played back and then driven long upfield as usual, headed out for a Blackburn throw on the left-hand side. It's going to be Becker who's going to take this one. Looking for a runner down the line. Has to play it inside to Hashi. He flicks it down the line. Looked like it had gone out, and it had gone out. Ball goes down the line. Tanaka goes up for the header. Aronson's beaten to it. Poked forward by Weimann. It goes all the way through to Melier, though. And Leeds will build up from the back, usually giving it to Strauch. Tanaka will come deep into midfield, almost into the defence to get the ball early, and always does. Bogle. Blackburn are pushing up high on Leeds. They're not hanging back and letting Leeds have space in front of them. They're pressing them right on the edge of the Leeds box. So Rodon gives it to Strauch. Byram goes down the line. So long run is this, and he plays it out to the left. Leeds are getting plenty in the penalty area, but they're giving it away. Leeds are fighting to get it ball back. Blackburn play it well down the line, but it's been beaten out by Strauch. Pirro inside. There's nobody at the back post, though. Bogle was trying to get there. Man goes down. Aronson goes down on the edge of the box. Aronson swapping passes with Pirro. He must have got a stray elbow on the side of his face as he went down. Keeper plays it long. Headers won by Byron there. Strauch is right in his corner. Hash is chasing him down. He gives it to Melier, who left-footed drives it down the left-hand side. It's headed inside, but it's picked up by Blackburn. And Pirro putting a bit of pressure on high. I mean, he drives it long down the centre of the pitch. So much there, it goes all the way through to Melier. It's given to Rothwell. Rothwell and Tanaka tucked in that midfield, keeping it tight in the centre area. Strauch gives it to Rothwell again. Gives it back to Strauch. Goes out to Byram on the halfway, but is immediately engaged and has to go back to Rothwell. Rothwell goes back to Strauch. And Rothwell across to Rodon. Ball's going backwards and forwards across the Leeds backline there. But they're not making progress forward at the moment at Leeds. So Rodon plays the ball down the line, looking for the run of Dan James. Can he make it to the way? He does get there first, and he wins the corner. Good defending by Beck. First corner of the match to Leeds from the right-hand side. It's going to be Rothwell who takes this. Right-footed away swinger. Corner comes in now. It's a long one to the back post. Heads are up. It's a free head. Strauch heads it down. It's a powerful header, and it goes into the arms of Pears after the first bounce. Yeah, no power there. It was stood still. Didn't get any power into the head whatsoever. Pears has the ball now. Comes across to the left-hand side. Leeds are squeezing into the Blackburn penalty area. Rodon wins the header forward. Picked up by Tanaka. Then to Rothwell. Rothwell turns and gives it to Strauch. Rodon has to go back to Strauch. Tanaka goes all the way across to the left. Byron plays it inside. Solomon gives it back to Tanaka. Solomon gets it, plays it inside. Couple of exchanges of passes. It ends up with Tanaka again. And Strauch coming forward. Rodon being forced back though. Has to go right back to Melier, who was well out of his goal. Gives it back to Rodon. Rodon tries to play it down the line, but it's cut out. Throw to Leeds though. Hedges in the way of it. This Blackburn team busy early on, not giving Leeds space or time to settle. Tanaka gives it to Strauch. Rothwell takes it off him and goes out to the left-hand side to Byram. Back to Strauch. Rothwell. Bogle goes back to Rodon. Strauch, left-footed. Long ball down the line, looking for Solomon. Can Solomon get it before it goes out? He can do. Keeps it in. Well done by Solomon. Tries to go around his man, edge of the box. He stumbles a bit, then gets back up and lays it back to Rothwell. He plays it down the line, inside left position, looking for the run of Harrison, but it's too far forward, and it's allowed to run out for a goal kick by Pears. Just a bit too much on it there from Rothwell. Good idea. Pears taking his time with this goal kick, but here it comes now. Header's won by Strauch. It's a powerful header. It goes all the way through. Pirro trying to close down, but it's turned back to Pears. Oh, Pears, what was he doing? He was almost going to pick the ball up at 1 minute there. He stumbled or slipped in Pears, and it looked like he was going to pick it up. And Pirro was almost onto him before he kicked the ball away. We'll see that again. Oh, he just got his left foot caught in the turf. Almost fell over, and if he had fell over, Pirro would have had a tap-in. Anyway, goal kick to Blackburn. Long again. It's flicked on. Oshaka's picked the ball up. And Tanaka runs round him, takes it off him, and then clears it left-footed. Aronson picks the ball up. It's laid forward. It's a bit too far for Pirro, though. And it's put all the way back to Pears. Pears drives it long. So over the top of everyone, Byram has to jog back and pick the ball up on the left-hand side. And he gives it to Strauch, or gives it to Rodon. Back to Strauch. Rothwell deep, as usual, gets the ball. There's a run from Solomon there, but Rodon didn't see that. Gives it to Strauch. Rodon again, looking for Aronson, but it's cut out. Being picked up. Edges down the line, wins the throw. This throw for Blackburn's on their left-hand side. It's deep in the Leeds half. It's only 5 yards away from the corner flag. Throw's taken. It's given back to Beck. Beck almost pushes Rodon. Bogle over, does Beck, trying to win the ball back, and the free kick's given. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. And of course, please hit the like button as the rain starts to come down at Ellen Road. The ball's played down the right, but it skips off the turf and goes out for a throw. Then Rodon's, is Aronson gone down again? I think it's that. He's pointing to his face again, so it must be something from that bang he took earlier on. Something with his left eye, by the looks of things. He has got a bit of a lump just to the side of his left eye there. Maybe he did catch an elbow or something. Players from both sides taking the chance or the opportunity to get some liquids inside them. Aronson's back on his feet now anyway. It's difficult to see us showing that again, what happened to him, but he must have got an elbow somewhere. Anyway, the ball's back in play now with Blackburn deep in their own half. Goes across to Baker. Baker coming forward, feeds it out right. Comes all the way across to the left. That was Beck. Beck has laid it back to Bath. Goes back to Baker again. He plays it just over halfway. Rothwell pressurises. Dolan tries to play a ball down the left-hand side, but he's dragged that behind a bit, and it goes out for a throw to Leeds. Bogle's going to take this throw. He's just looking for a man. Dan James gives it to him. Back through the legs, back to Dan James. Dan James's pass inside to Tanaka was cut out. Rain coming down heavily will make this pitch slick. Bogle still looking for someone to give his throw to. There's nobody running. It's cut out by Blackburn. It's headed well forward. They're winning all these loose balls in midfield at the moment. And Blackburn, the ball hedges. Hashi. Back to Baker, who's played out to the right. Bit of possession for Blackburn, but they're being forced back at Britain. Tronstad has to go all the way back to Pears. Pears goes long. Strout goes up for the header and wins it easily enough. Rothwell heads it back to Tanaka, and Tanaka goes all the way back to Melier. Melier plays it short to Rodon. Rodon goes to the left to Strauch. He's halfway inside his own half, gives it back to Rodon. Rodon comes across to Bogle. Bogle goes down the line, but it's too straight and too long, and it goes straight all the way through to Pears. Aronson putting a lot of pressure on. Ball goes quickly back to Pears. He lays it out to the right-hand side. Well, Leeds pick the ball up again, having put the pressure on there. Pirro gives it to Rothwell. Tries to get out to Solomon. Blackburn create a bit of space and comes inside from Tronstad. Weimann comes all the way across to the left to Hedges. Tanaka and Dan James between them take the ball off him. And Tanaka tries to play it down the line. It's blocked and it goes out for a throw to Leeds. Bogle goes long down the line. He's looking for Joe Pirro. But Dan James comes away with it. It's well defended by Hyam there, because Dan James was looking to put it past him and run away from him. Weimann. Beck. Ohashi. Got behind Bogle. Ohashi tried to cross it. Bogle got himself back in position and blocked the cross. But it's at the cost of a throw to a corner to Blackburn. Corner on Blackburn's left. Comes in, near post, headed away. Deep one that Solomon chases down. It has to go all the way back to the goalkeeper Pears. He slips again, does Pears. Still recovers. Gets the ball out to the right. Bit of space on the halfway line. Cutting inside. Comes out to the left to Beck. Beck goes to Bath. And then Pears, who drives it down the pitch. Strauch wins the header. Blackburn picked the second ball up, and there's a bit of space down the right-hand side there. Played inside. Laid back again to Dolan. Ohashi. It goes back. Blackburn have got plenty of people up. Ball has been processed backwards by Blackburn. Goes out to the right to recycle, and now they can come forward again now. Dolan. Goes back to Pears again, and Pears drives it long. It's going to go straight out there on the Leeds left-hand side. It's going to be a throw to Leeds. It's quite cagey at the moment. Neither team really had a shot on goal. No. Leeds are probably just shading the possession, but Blackburn are well in this at the moment. Come forward now, the Leeds with Rodon. He lays it out to Dan James on the right. He has to go back down the line. There's Rothwell to Rodon. Tanaka to Rodon. Pirot to Tanaka. Strout now in the halfway line. Aronson goes back to Rodon. Rothwell tries to play Bogle in down the line. It's cut out, but Leeds win the ball back again. Tanaka was in there, but his challenge goes out for a throw. Yeah, it's very tight at the moment. There's no pattern to the game at the moment. Both teams are really putting the pressure on the man in possession. The throw is taken down the line. Bogle wins that header. It's headed back forward again. Tanaka battling for the ball. Wyman lays it down the line to Ashi. Bogle tackles brilliantly, takes the ball off Ohashi, and then gets the play down the line to Pirot. It's just going to run off. Ohashi looks like he's still down from that tackle, holding his right ankle, but there's nothing wrong with that tackle. The referee saw nothing wrong. It's a good tackle by Bogle. Tough. Still down is Ohashi, getting up gingerly. I think the referee saying to him, if you want attention, you're going to have to go off. Cardiff 1-up against Coventry. Portsmouth 1-up against Swansea. And Sheffield United are 1-up against Derby. And the rest of the games so far are 0-0. Anyway, the throw is going to be taken. Blackburn left. Goes down the line. Bogle wins that, but the referee says illegally. Must have fouled Hedges there. They tried to take it quick, but the ref says the ball was moving and makes them bring it back. There's Baker and Beck stood over this free kick. It's a long way out. It's only a few yards in from the left touchline, probably about 10 or 15 yards into the Leeds half. Defensive line is on the edge of the box here. It looks like it's going to be a left-footed long ball. Beck is taking it. Does go long to the far post. It's won by Blackburn. Headed out by Strauch. Goes back to the halfway. Played out to the left to Beck. Dolan tried to play it inside, but Leeds can chance to break now. Solomon on the left was played in by Solomon, runs around his man. He's cutting inside. There's a man wide. It was Byram. Byram got a chance to cross it now. Plays it inside. Solomon on the edge of the box looking for a space to get it onto his left foot. It's Rodon now. Rodon comes back out to Byram. Pirot's come short for it. Pirot gives it back to Byram. Tanaka's going backwards. Tanaka gets it back. Aronson plays it inside, then goes for the return pass, gets it, but he has to turn back again. Gives it back to Tanaka. Back on the halfway line, Leeds. Rodon, back to Tanaka. Byram on the right. Back to Tanaka. Rodon. Strauch. Goes all the way across to the opposite side. Seems like Bogle and Byram have swapped full-back positions just for the moment. Maybe tactical, but the ball comes out to Solomon now on the right-hand side as well. He tries to go around his man. He's going for the byline. He's got a chance to cross it. He does cross it. Just a bit too close to the byline there for Solomon. Couldn't wrap his foot around it, and it's just drifted out for a goal kick. Goal kick's taken long. Pushing the back on Aronson by Baker. Free kick given. Tanaka's going to take this free kick just inside the Blackburn half. It's taken quickly, given to Rodon again. Rodon goes back to Tanaka. He's looking to go down the right-hand side. There's nobody there. He chips it inside. It's well done there. Rodon's got a lot of space to run into now, and he is doing. He lays it out to the left. Dan James goes back to Rodon. It's Aronson. Aronson goes out to Rothwell. Back to James on the left-hand side. Tanaka. Crowd urging him to shoot. Rothwell. Aronson. Solomon. Held up. Going to go for a cross. He does go for a cross. It's been attacked at the back post by Dan James, and it's well defended. Owen Beck there. He flicks the ball away for a corner. It's well played by Leeds. Patient and an excellent cross. Yeah, well done by Beck. He must have known that Dan James was behind him. He had to deal with it, and he dealt with it well. Corner to Leeds on the right. Another Rothwell right-footed away swinger. And it comes on. Another deep one. Headed on to the back post. Rodon was up. Strauch is challenging for it as well. Strauch's gone down. Strauch's gone down holding his right ankle. And the foul's been given against Strauch. Pirot, amongst others of the Leeds teams, complaining about that. Just looking there, it was Rodon at the back post. I went up for it. And I didn't see anything. Between Strauch and Tronstad, I didn't see anything in that. Yeah, just give a foul against the Leeds, against Strauch, and it wasn't that one either, really. Didn't look like it was any sort of infringement. But Pears takes the free kick anyway and goes long. Rodon wins the header. It's brought down by Aronson. It's flicked up by a defender. Blackburn winning the headers there. Rodon goes down the line. Looking for the run of Pirot. It's cleared away by Bath. Throw to Leeds. Bogle on the right-hand side. Gives it to James, who gives it back to Bogle. He's got Tanaka in support. The ball's going back to the halfway line on the left-hand side, and it ends up with Strauch in the centre circle. He gives it back to Rodon. And then back to Strauch, still in the centre circle. Solomon, who comes short for it. He plays it inside. That was Aronson, gives it back to Solomon. He goes out to the left now to Rothwell. Back to Strauch. Back to Aronson. He lays it out to the left-hand side. It's immediately played back to Rothwell. Back to Strauch. Rodon. Blackburn just pushing up slightly and forcing Leeds back, but Aronson's got a bit of space inside left position now. He's got a man out wide. Solomon gives it to him. Ball's chipped out. Headed away by Danny Batt. Not the greatest of crosses there. But Leeds still have the ball on the left-hand side there. Tanaka. Rothwell. Strauch. Back to Tanaka. Back to Strauch in the centre circle. Rodon. Dan James flicks it down the line for Solomon, who's come across to this right-hand side now. Got a chance to attack his man. He does do. He's going to go for the line again. Gets a crossing. It's a good cross. It's headed away. Tanaka wins the loose ball, but it's cleared by Blackburn there to the halfway line, where Strauch clears up, lays it all the way back to Melier. Melier immediately gives it to Rothwell. Rothwell goes for a long ball down the line. It's looking for Byram, who'd made the run down the left-hand side, but it was overhit, and it goes out for a throw. Farker not so happy with some of those balls so far. He's got the old teapot on. Blackburn taking their time with this. The throw goes in. Flicked up. Head tennis. Claim of a handball there, but nothing given. The ball is given back to Pears. Piro's challenging him. Pears slices his left-footed clearance. It goes to the halfway line, where one of his teammates manages to just flick it on a bit further, but it goes out for a throw to Leeds. Pears hasn't looked so good with the ball at his feet so far. Bogle gives it inside to Tanaka. Tanaka swings it right across to the left-hand side. Solomon waiting for it, brings it down. Comes inside. He's got Rothwell supporting him. He's got Tanaka supporting him. Tanaka gives it to Rodon and gets it back. Rothwell on the left. Sam Byram on the right-hand side again now. Rothwell. Back to Tanaka. Byram brings it down. Tries to cross it. It's blocked and it goes out for a throw. Second quickly. Goes to Joe Rothwell and back to Pascal Strauch. Tanaka. Back to Strauch. Rothwell. Blackburn keeping a good shape. They've got all the men behind the ball and making it difficult for Leeds to play through them. Goes out to Bogle on the right-hand side. He plays it down. It's a poor ball by Bogle. It's picked off, and then Blackburn have got a chance to counter here, but they don't. They end up going backwards. Tronstad goes back via Bath to Pears. Out to the right-hand side. Britton was challenged for it, but he's managed to get it back. The rebound favours Britton, and the second time that he got the possession back, it's laid inside now. Baker's got a bit of space. He checks back inside and goes across to the left. Tronstad. Tronstad gets the ball back. But they're deep in their own half of Blackburn. It's been played across to the right. Still deep in the Blackburn half. They're playing it to each other across the defence. Ball's played forward. Hedges. Deflection off Bogle. Almost went out for a corner, but he's just got back as Bogle and turned out for a throw. Saved the corner. Throw is going to be taken by Beck. Tanaka got in front of the ball. Hedges knocks Tanaka over, and it's a free kick. Hedges just pushing Tanaka over. Free kick to Leeds. 33 minutes in, and there not really been a goal scoring opportunity at the moment, as Melier takes this one long. Piro challenging for it. Referee's not going to give Leeds that, is he? Throws eventually taken by Beck. Goes back to Beck. And he just lumps it forward. It's high in the air. Header is won there by Rodon. But Blackburn get out to the right-hand side there. They're doing well, Blackburn. They're coming forward on the inside right position. Dolan gets his cross into the back post. Bogle has to head it behind for a corner. And Blackburn have been in this game right from the start. They haven't been trampled over by Leeds like you would expect at home. Boost from the Leeds fans as Blackburn are really slowing this game down at times. It's going to be taken from the left-hand side. The right-footed in-swinger. Looks like Baker's going to take it. They've got all the big men up front.
Whoa.
It's down here.
Come here now. Go out.
And it comes. It's headed at the back post. A glancing header almost came to a Blackburn player, but it was cleared away by Rodon. Still have it, Blackburn in the box. It's chipped in again. Melier gets a punch. And Rothwell gets the loose ball away. Looking for Solomon, but it's been taken off Solomon. He didn't get to the ball. It's played forward. There's a man down in the panty here. It's a Leeds player. Sam Byram has gone down. Looks like he might have collided with Wyman because Wyman's there as well. That corner came in. It was glanced on and it hit Bogle. It was glanced on. It hit Bogle in the chest. Otherwise, there would have been Ohashi at the back post. Would have had an easy shot on goal. Bogle didn't know not about it either. Just hit him in the chest. Otherwise, Ohashi would have been in.
Go. Let's go.
It's down here.
Oh, it's not ready to go out there. Huh? Not ready to go out
Referee stopped the play again for possibly another injury. Ohashi's down this time. While we've got a break in play, please do hit that subscribe button and the like button. And of course, don't forget the notification bell. Ohashi being helped to his feet by Strauch. Something with his right ankle. He thinks that might be his race run. Ohashi looking in a bit of stress at the moment. He's nodded his head as if to say, yeah, I've got to come off. A crowd telling him to hurry up. Blackburn are really slowing the game down here now. So Ohashi does go off. And Leonard comes on. It really is breaking up the rhythm of the game, this, with Blackburn slowing it down as often as they can. It's a legitimate tactic for them, but it really is spoiling the Leeds flow.
Rainman, baby. Not Rainman. It's not going out.
Blackburn have it on the left. Can't keep it in there. It goes out for a throw to Leeds, which Tanaka wants to take quickly. But he goes all the way back to Rodon. Comes running forward. Plays it inside. And that was Pirro. Pirro tangling in the halfway line with, it looks like it was Bath. Referee's going to have a word with both of them by the looks of things. The free kick did go to Leeds, but maybe just a few afters as they both players tangled as they tried to run away. No more than that, just a chat. Free kick's taken. Rodon comes wide to the right to Tanaka. Tanaka plays it inside. Pirot takes a kick there from Baker, and Baker gets a yellow card for that. Pirot's back on his feet. Can't tackle like that from behind. Not allowed anymore. And Baker suffers the consequences of that channel. Pirot's all right. He's got up. Play's gone on. Played inside. Aronson has to go back to Rodon. Solomon. Rodon has it in the centre circle again. Rodon comes to the right to Tanaka. Tanaka plays it inside to Dan James, who hasn't seen much of the ball so far. He's really having to battle for it. He's got it back as Tanaka. Bogle has it now. He's been forced backwards to the halfway line. Rodon plays it inside. Pirot plays it out to the left-hand side for Solomon. Can he get himself to the byline? He is doing. He gets his cross to the back post. It was just over the head. Bogle picks the ball up in the corner, though. Plays a good ball down there to, I think that was Aronson. Baker thinks he was fouled by Aronson, having put the ball out for a throw, but a Leeds throw it is. Bogle has it. Goes back to Tanaka. Tanaka goes back to Rodon into the centre circle to Rothwell. Strauch comes back inside to Tanaka, who's seen a lot of the ball. Coming deep for it, gives it back to Rodon. He turns and gives it out to the right to Bogle. Bogle plays a great ball inside to Aronson's run. It's a good tackle by Bats, though, to put it out for a throw. It's a good ball and a good run by Aronson there, though. Aronson just let it run away from him, give Bat the chance to get his tackle in. Throw to Leeds, close to the corner flag again. Bogle's going to take it. Gives it to James. James goes back to Rodon. Tanaka. Strauch. Rothwell takes over. Back to Rodon. Rothwell. Strauch. Rodon plays it inside, looking for a run of Dan James. It's cut out, but it's picked up again. The loose ball by Bogle. Given inside. Tanaka. Pirot. Goes across to the left. Strauch. Solomon. Two men on him. Plays it inside to Byram. Byram comes out back to Strauch. Back to Rodon. Rothwell. Rothwell to Strauch, played inside to Solomon. Solomon gets a cross back. Can he find Pirot? Pirot just tried to turn on his left foot. Just allowed it to run away from him and out for a goal kick. He tried to turn on his left foot and open it up. But the ball just spun away from him. He tried to retrieve it, but it just went out before he could get back to it. Header won by Leeds. Pirot picks the ball. There's the ball. It's to Dan James. Dan Zones away. He's in the penalty area. Gets it across, and it's well defended. Bogle has the ball still. Gives the corner away. Dan James has got to find his man there, though. He had all the space. Aronson or Solomon couldn't get it to Aronson. Solomon was the ball. He cut it back and he didn't. Corner to Leeds, though. Rothwell on the right-hand side. And it comes. Another long one to the centre. Headed away. Gone high onto the edge of the box. Dan James tries to win the header and is easily beaten to it. It's cleared even further in the way of Bogle. Bogle volleys it straight up in the air and out for a throw. 62% possession to Leeds, but one shot so far. 3 touches in the opposition box for Leeds with all that possession. It just shows how tight Blackburn have played and they've defended so well. Well, that should have been a Leeds throw there. And it wasn't. It was given to Blackburn. Even Daniel Varka's saying there, I can't believe it. He's holding his arms out saying, what happened? Why? It's taken down the line. Bogle's beaten to the header. 2 Leeds players getting away with each other, and I think one's kicked the other. It's a man down for Leeds. Pirro battling down the line. It's hooked back. Dan James trying to get his head on the ball. The referee stops the players. Another man down. That's Rodon. I've got a kick on his knee from his own player. He looks in a bit of pain, but he seems to have got back up. I don't know. Actually kicked him. It was Strauch who came round to try and clear it. Got a kick from Strauch, did Rodon. There's 5 minutes of added time, but we've lost a minute of that already. So it may go on beyond the 5 minutes. Tanaka on the right. Plays inside. Rodon seems to be moving okay now. Tanaka, back to Rodon. Inside to Pirro. Played back to Rodon. Looking for Pirro again. The ball almost got through, but it's well cut out. Dan James. Bogle's in there hard, but the ball has deflected out. It's Dolan on the right-hand side. So it's Solomon putting the pressure on. Good pressing by Leeds, wins the ball back. It's Tanaka in the centre circle. Aronson lays it out to the left to Solomon. Chance to attack that byline and gets a crossing. Dan James turns in the box, lays it out to, has a shot. It's blocked. Hyam, who's blocked it, crying of handball, but the referee's playing on. Strauch has it. Goes out to Solomon on the left. He's got a bit of space in front of him again. Take his man on with his pace. Solomon is tackled. The ball rolls out for a throw to Leeds on the left. 5 yards from the corner flag. Sam Byram's going to take this. Looking for some movement. Goes back to Strauch, to Rodon, back to Strauch. He goes down to Byram. Solomon laid it back. Pass went astray, but Leeds have picked it back up again. Tanaka has it. To Rodon. Down the line, inside to Solomon now. Puts the ball to the back post, but it's a easy catch for Pears there. The Leeds crowd getting on them again because they're taking the time of Blackburn. They're wasting time here. Leeds come up with the ball again. Rothwell to Strauch. Solomon on the left again. Plays it inside. It's cut out. Sam Byram was the man they were looking for. Sam Byram battles for it and does win the ball back. Comes out to Bogle on the right-hand side. Now he hasn't got nobody with him, but he's into the penalty box, but forced out wide. He's got Bogle. So Bogle and Beck having a few words with each other there. Temper's free in there. Last 30 seconds of the added time. Ball goes out there. It's a throw to Leeds. Bogle goes back. Rodon to Stroke. Rodon to Bogle, just over the halfway line. He goes down the line. Dan James helps it on to Aronson. Aronson's got no support though. He's waiting for Bogle to go on the outer run. Still got no support. He has to give it all the way back to Rodon. And that's it. Half time. Not the best of first halves. I think it's fair to be said. Blackburn have contributed to that with their slowing down of the play whenever they've had the chance, but they've defended well as well. They've been solid. And Leeds have only had a couple of shots on goal at the most for all the possession. It's half time. We'll go to half times in the other games. It's Burnley 0, Stoke 0 at half time. Cardiff City 1, Coventry 0 at half time. Luton 0, Norwich 0. That's half time. Portsmouth 2, Swansea 0. That's half time. And Sheffield Wednesday 1, Derby County 0. West Brom 3, Preston 0. The final two games, Hull City and Middlesbrough, kick off at 5:30, and Sunderland and Sheffield United kick off at 8 o'clock. So what do you think of it so far? You've got your chance to let us know. Join us in the chat. Let us know what you think. You've got any thoughts on that first half? It's not been free-flowing and open, but Blackburn have been very disciplined in their defending, and it's up to Leeds to break them down. And so far, they haven't been able to.
Tesco is open.
What?
Tesco is open.
Tesco's open, yeah.
You should go get a chicken.
A chicken? Look and go after this game.
Yeah.
4:45.
Oh, no.
It's raining.
It's raining.
Yeah, look at the window. I think Leeds have looked at the most dangerous when they've got the ball wide to Solomon and James and Bogle overlapping. So that's probably where they need to do it. I mean, passing through the centre, most of the passes were picked off by the defenders. They have a good shape, do Blackburn. They hold a good line. Solomon's got in a couple of times and been able to attack that byline and look for crosses back, and so has Bogle and Dan James as well. So I think they need to get the ball wider as soon as they can, Leeds, and give them a chance to get support in the middle of the box for those crosses. That's probably Leeds' best chance of scoring a goal in this second half. I'm sure that Daniel Farker has seen that, and he'll be relaying that to the team at the moment. But if you want to join us in the chat, you can do. Let us know what you think about the first half so far. Not the greatest games of football, but second half chance for improvement. How would you improve it? Would you bring subs on already, or would you leave it a bit longer? Or if you're not sure, just give us a score prediction. What do you think? At the beginning of the game, I said 3-0 to Leeds. It's looking a long way off at the moment. It's like scoring 1, never mind 3. But these games, you've got to be patient. If you're a team like Leeds at the top of the league, you've got to be patient, because you know that sooner or later one good chance will come, and then you've got to stick it away like they did against Derby. It was a tight game against Derby, but when that one chance came, Leeds stuck it away, and they've got to do it this time. And if you offered Leeds a 1-0 win at this stage against a resilient Blackburn side, I think they would say, yeah, give us it. We'll have 3 points and move on to the next game. 66.2% possession for Leeds, but only 2 shots and only 1 on target. No clear-cut chances. That tells you everything, doesn't it? All the defensive work's been done by Blackburn. The figures show that Leeds' passing accuracy is 87% to Blackburn's 75%. And Leeds have had 79 passes in the attacking third. So you can see what sort of game it's been then, can't you? If you see that Leeds have had all the attacking possession and Blackburn have done all the defending. But 0-0. Couple of half chances. A Strauch header from a corner that he headed down into the pitch and it bounced easily up into the arms of Pears. Difficult for him to do any better than that. He's been man-marked. Needed really to get off the floor and get the header in. But apart from that, there hasn't been that many highlights to show of this first half. I think my coffee will be cold now. I ain't drinking that. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. I don't think Blackburn have had a chance. No chance at all just yet for Blackburn. Just look at the tables, how it affects the tables at the moment. Obviously, Sheffield United, if things stand as they are at the moment, Sheffield United cannot go to the top of the league if they beat Sunderland in the late game. Burnley are drawing at the moment, so they remain 3 points behind Leeds. So it looks like Leeds, if things stay as they are at the moment, would still remain top. Just that one really good chance there where Dan James attacked the right-hand goal line and then cut his cross back, and I think he was looking for Aronson, who was making a run to the 6-yard box, but if he'd have just pulled the ball back, Manor Solomon was there free virtually on the penalty spot. Hopefully he would have put the ball in the back of the net, but not at the moment. But you can get involved with the chat if you want and let us know what you think. Or even just give us a score prediction. I'd like to see what you think. I think my 3-0 score is looking a bit unlikely, but you never know. If Leeds can get a goal early on, you never know. The floodgates may open. Leeds are well known for scoring goals late in the second half, so we shall see. Just get my timer ready for this second half. There we go. Bless you.
It's knocking. You can't get rid of this.
I know.
Fine.
Well, we've got our first score prediction.
Maybe.
Premier League Stats and Facts reckons 2-0 to Leeds. Not a bad call. Not a bad call, that. Wouldn't be surprised. But what the rest of you guys think? Do you think that's going to be the final score? Get involved with the chat. Let us know what you think. Have you tried your cake?
I ordered
What?
3 slices already.
You're joking? Three? Wow.
It's not. Wait, it's going flat.
I don't know.
Mm.
Must be something to do with that oven.
Is it not baking? Not enough baking.
It's maybe just not cooking it at the right temperature, because I don't know what temperature it probably needs to be cooked at a higher temperature, but I just don't know where the temperatures are, and I don't want to burn it. Next time I do one, I'll put it on the higher temperature, but I've actually had it to the top.
Oh.
It's just a rubbish oven.
Get rid of this tomorrow before.
What? Are you taking it all down?
Oh no.
Are you at work
I
tomorrow?
think 3 Kings after 3 Kings. I'm working tomorrow and Friday.
Tomorrow and Friday.
Gina said tomorrow, ring her first so they can meet you outside and then you can walk together with the dog. Either you and Ronnie. Because Ronnie, night shift Ronnie today. So Ronnie will come home tomorrow morning.
So I'll take him in the afternoon after he's had a sleep then.
No, he said morning.
Morning?
Yeah, before he go to sleep.
Before he goes to sleep?
Yeah, but Gina is off.
I've got to take you to work first.
Oh, yeah.
Just waiting for the teams to come out. Someone's getting a round of applause there from the...
Who is he?
Don't know who it is. There with his daughter, or whoever it is.
I hope he ate today, babe.
His daughter can do cartwheels on the pitch anyway.
Maybe he retired.
Oh, it's Liam Cooper.
What is it?
He's old Leeds player, old Leeds captain. It's actually from Hull, is Liam Cooper.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Hull guy. And he's obviously come to say goodbye to Leeds. He's moved on now from Leeds. He wasn't going to get a game. And so has gone elsewhere. But he played for Leeds for 8 or 10 years or whatever. Nice that Leeds let him come back and say goodbye to the fans who've enjoyed his play while he's been there. Well, I don't know whether he lives in Hull. He's from Hull. He might not live in Hull now. Just waiting for the teams to come back out. The subs are all out on the pitch, which I never understand. Why aren't the subs in the changing rooms listening to the manager's tactical changes or what he wants doing and what he doesn't want doing instead of being out on the pitch and missing all that? I never understand that, but what do I know? Liam Cooper's still popular with all the fans. Are still taking selfies with him. Don't forget to do me a favour and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button and the notification bell. Just help the channel grow a bit. Sai says, Happy New Year to all viewers. Yep, I echo that. Happy New Year to all the viewers. Hope you all have a good and prosperous New Year, and more importantly, a healthy one. Team's just beginning to emerge from the tunnel for this second half. Mellier is out anyway. There's nobody else come out at the moment. He's come out on his own. Yeah, it's full. About 37,500 there. That's how much the ground holds. Now the team's coming out. Aronson's out for the second half. Not as been as influential as you would expect, but it's been tight in that middle for Aronson and Pirro and the rest of them. So they haven't had much to work with so far. Need to get Dan James and Manor Solomon on the ball, on the wings a bit more. Anyway, it's going to be Leeds who'll kick off for this second half. They're kicking from right to left this time. Is that Vauber's on? Vauber's on for Leeds. That was just trying to find out who Vauber's come on for. Vauber's come on for Byram. So there's a substitute for injuries there. Ball down the right. James cuts it back in. Comes to the back of the played back. Verber's still in there. Verber's still winning it. Tanaka to Solomon. So going into the box against Solomon, but he's let it run forward too far. Tronstad clears it straight into Solomon, and it goes out for a corner. That's a corner, dead ball. That's what I want to see from Leeds early on. They're getting the ball out wide. They can't go through the middle. It's too congested there. Goal kick's taken long down the left-hand side, but it goes straight out on the halfway line from Pears. Just apologising, but it's a poor clearance, that. Aronson battling for the ball. Pascal Strout lays it to Mellier. And Dolan almost took the ball before it got to Mellier. It just wasn't hit to him. Mellier managed to clear it away just in the nick of time. Bogle's down now with an injury in the in the penalty box there. Bogle wasn't in that at any time. See what happened to Bogle. Simply Joy says, nice checkered shirt. Thank you, Simply Joy.
Shivery. What are they hitting on?
Bogle's still getting treatment, so we're not missing anything at the moment. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and of course hit the like. If you want to contribute to the channel on the comments, please do. Simply Joy's got plenty to say at the moment. Come on, Tanaka, she says. Obviously a big fan of Tanaka. Well, Nonto's getting stripped while Bogle is still getting attention, but you can't imagine that it's going to be a straight swap with those two. It's still raining at Leeds by looks of things. Oh, that explains everything. Simply Joy says, I love Japan. No wonder she likes Tanaka. Lovely, nice and clean. I don't know, I've never been, but I bet it is. Well, Bogle's been helped off. I don't know if he's finished his day now. But Nonto's coming on, as well as Ampadu. Ampadu's coming on as well. And certainly Bogle's off. So Bogle for Ampadu and Nonto for... Has Nonto come on yet? No, Nonto going back, sitting back down. It would seem that Simply Joy is an amazing Ampadu fan as well. Let's hope so. Let's hope he can do something for Leeds as the ball's cleared forward, but the header's won by Blackburn. Comes forward. Tanaka was fouled there and wins the free kick. Strout now. Ampadu drives the ball forward from right back. It's a long ball. It's going to go all the way through to Pears. One bounce. Ball's played down the right, looking for Britain, but the ball's far too long and it rolls all the way through to Melier. Rolled out to Rodon, who's bringing it forward down the right-hand side. Simply Joy thinks Leeds will be goal. Let's hope so. Rodon to Ampadu. Back to Rodon. Blackburn pushing up again. Goes back to Melier. Melier goes all the way to Ampadu. It's laid inside. It's a foul. Knocks James is bundled over. Leeds take the free kick quickly. Comes across to Pascal Strauch. He goes down the left. Solomon plays it inside. Aronson. Wolver plays it inside. For the run of Aronson, he's away into the box now. He's got to pick out a cross. And that was a poor effort of a cross there. It was a weak effort, but Leeds have still got them penned in the box. It's cleared now. Strauch is beaten to the ball. And Strauch is down injured now.
Oh my God. What happened there? What happened there?
Let's look at the injury to Strauch there. It's Strauch still down, face down. Leeds have suffered several injuries today in this game. They're going to suffer for this. Luckily, I think it's the FA Cup next week, so any of these players that are injured will probably get the chance against Harrogate to have a rest. Still down his Strauch, but he's more sat up now and he's been helped to his feet. Got to be careful with these head injuries. They can't just let them go on like they used to.
Not good even though it's head. It's not good.
Is what?
Need to be careful about head.
Yeah, need to be careful head injuries. They are nowadays, not like they used to be.
Oh my God. It's raining as well, so it's not helpful.
This stop-start is nearly not helping Leeds as the rain is teeming down at Ellen Road. It's really affecting Leeds' rhythm. The ball's come forward by Ampadu. Volber plays it back inside. Tanaka. Tanaka straightens it up, but then gives it out to the right. It's probably Ampadu who got it. His Rodon now. That's Strauch. Seems to be okay again now. Rodon. Played inside. Rodon. Dan James lays it off. Back to Rodon. It's going across the halfway line. Strauch goes forward. Rodon to Rothwell. To Verber. Back to Rothwell. Tanaka. Rodon. Strauch. Chips one forward for Verber, who chests it down to Rodon. Gets it back to Verber. Inside, Aronson. Aronson being hassled, is fouled. Bundled down. Tronstad there. Ball goes out to Solomon on the left. He puts a ball to the back post. It's headed away and volleyed further away by Blackburn defenders. Strauch picks it up on the halfway line. It's Rodon now. Goes across to the right hand side. It's Rothwell. Ampadu in the right back position. Rodon. Stroke. Mano Solomon leaves it back to Stroke. Stroke back to Solomon. He has to go back to Stroke. And Blackburn are slowly squeezing Leeds up, and it's all gone away back to Mellier. Down the line from Ampadu on the right-hand side. It's Dan James. He's got two men around him, though, but he wins the throw. They're not giving Dan James any space. Rodon to Ampadu. Rodon comes across to Stroke, central. Ampadu. James. Played inside by Ampadu, but he can't get to Pirot, but he wins the header again. It's flicked on to Pirot. Pirot's loses the battle for it, and it's cleared off. Stroke wins the header. Tanaka is beaten to it. Foot in. Free kick to Blackburn on the halfway line from the foul by Rodon. That was Ampadu. Bit of a high foot, but nothing too drastic. Blackburn take the kick quickly, but it goes backwards again as Leeds squeeze up again. It's played forward and flicked on, but Leeds win that flicked ball. Dan James comes inside to Tanaka. Tanaka plays it to Rothwell, who plays out to the right-hand side for Dan James. Dan James, with his back to goal, has to go back and falls over and loses the ball. Tronstad almost had his pocket picked by Solomon, but he gets the ball out to the right, inside again. Solomon still pressing high. Pears gets out to the right-hand side. Tronstad almost got beat by Pirot. It ends up coming to Rodon. He plays it forward, looking for Weber, but he can't get there. Rothwell battling for it. The ball ends up back with Pears. He plays out to the right to Hyam. Goes down the line. So Leonard, the substitute, gets the ball back to Hyam again. Played forward. Stroke. It's hammered at Solomon. He can't stop that. It's hit too hard. Goes out for a throw. Absolutely teeming down at Elland Road now. Cardiff City and it's really belting it down now. Cardiff City and Coventry level. Portsmouth are 3-0 up against Swansea. Sheffield Wednesday are 3-0 up against Derby. West Brom still 3-0 up against Preston. Latest scores. Rodon has the ball on the far side. Ampadu. Stroke. There's a ball on the inside. Solomon gives it to Stroke. Solomon. Rothwell. Rothwell has to go back to Stroke again on the halfway line. Leeds are seeing plenty of position. Aronson now looking to go through the middle. Is tackled, but the ball is rebounded to Leeds. Weber's played it down the line for Solomon, close to the corner flag. He turns inside on his right foot. Goes back to Rothwell. Rothwell goes Strouk again. Strouk to Solomon, hugging that left-hand touchline. Tries to play a ball inside, but it's deflected away. Strouk plays it inside to Aronson, who turns with a bit of space in front of him. He's got support as well. Inside left position, it's Weber. He tries to play a first-time cross into the box, which is deflected away by Britton for a corner. Corner on the left-hand side. Might be an in-swinger from Rothwell, this. Yes, it certainly is. And it comes now. It's onto the penalty box. It's headed away to the back post. And then Piro's penalised for his challenge at the back post. Free kick. Don't see much in that. I mean, the Blackburn player is down there, and I think it's just a matter of wasting time again. He's back up and running around now. Time wasting. Disrupting the Leeds flow, which has been one of the tactics of Blackburn right from the start of the game. They've slowed it down at every opportunity. The ball's played long from Pears. Header is won. It's lobbed back into the Leeds half. Strouk plays it forward. Goes out for a throw on the left-hand side for Blackburn. Halfway inside their own half.
It's raining. Jeez, it's pouring down.
It's pouring down. It's a very scrappy game. I don't think we're not going to be able to take it from there. Ball goes all the way back to Melier. He gives it to Strouk. Strouk to Rodon. Inside to Piro. Piro gives it out to the right to Dan James. He's got too many in front of him though. Gives it back to Piro. Goes for the return ball, does James. Is James barged over? Looks like he was given a shove in the back, but the referee says no. The clearance goes back to Rodon. Filtered back to Strouk. Given back to Rodon. Back to Strouk. Tanaka more central. Goes there to Dan James on the right again. Gonna go for the touchline. Go for the. Tries to play it inside. Aronson is forced out. Back to Tanaka. Back into Dan James. Puts a cross in that's headed straight away. Ampadu picks the ball up. Strouk. Rodon. Ampadu. Tanaka. More central. Tanaka plays the ball across to the end of the box to Weber. He brought it under control, but it just ran a yard away from him and just give the defender a chance to get his foot in and put it out for a corner. Seemed like he just lost his balance a bit, did Weber there. It's a good ball, though. Corner to Leeds. Can they make anything from this? It's taken short. It's Rodon. Matt Solomon going across the box. Aronson Rothwell got to put a cross in. It's headed high into the air. It's headed out again. Picked up on the box by Aronson. Ampadu. Tanaka. James puts a cross in again. It's headed away. Rothwell chases back to pick the ball up again. Leeds 10 to attack again. Played inside to Weber. Aronson. Back to Solomon. On the edge of the box, he's going for the byline again. He gets a left-footed cross. It's a good one. Right at the back post, and it's well defended by Blackburn. Dan James was almost in there, and he would have had a free tap, and if it hadn't been for some great defending by Blackburn. Right at the back post. Leeds still have the ball, though. Tanaka. Aronson. Head out to James. To Rodon. Back to Tanaka. Tanaka goes across to the left again. Skips away off the wet turf, and Solomon can't keep that one in. Two more substitutions. Nonto and Bamford are coming on at least. Maybe a third. So Rothwell coming off. Nonto taking his place. In my opinion, that weakens the Leeds defensive midfield. Pirot comes off. Matteo Joseph goes on, and Bamford's going on. That's Solomon going off as well. Yeah. Solomon going off. Don't look so happy about it, though. Don't look happy about it at all. Takes his gloves off and slings them on the floor. Yeah, not a happy bunny. Peru's gone off as well. Joseph gets the ball out to the right to Dan James. He's got Nonto with him. Dan James puts it into the box. It's headed away. Picked up again by Tanaka. Up to Weber. Weber left-footed. It's a deflected left-footed cross that ends up in the arms of Pers. 20 minutes to go. Ball goes long down the left-hand side. Leeds win the ball. Nonto can't get there, though, but it's picked up by Joseph. Throw into Leeds. Nonto. Nonto coming forward. Gives it to Ampadu. Ampadu looking for a run, but there wasn't one. He has to go across to Rodon. Gets it back from Rodon. Ampadu coming forward now. Plays it inside to Nonto. Nonto fouled? No. Ampadu picks the ball up. Gives it back to Nonto. Gives it to James, hugging that right touchline. Inside to Nonto. Nonto just on the edge of the box. Tries to get a 1-2 with James. Ball goes in. A low cross. Blackburn get it away. Weber. It's well played by Strout and Weber between them, though. Well, the referee's given a free kick on the centre spot. I didn't think there was anything wrong in that. Referee thought otherwise. Just Dolan who comes away with it. Weber gets away. Ampadu handballed it. Free kick goes to the left. He slips as he takes it, and it goes over his head. Hyam. Hedges can't reach that one because he slipped and goes over his head, and it's a throw to Leeds, but it's deep in the Leeds half. last 18 minutes, but there will be some added time. There's been several injuries in this second half, but the ball goes long down the line. Comes to Strauch, to Weber on the left-hand side. James was making a run down the line and the ball was poor and easily cut out. Dolan inside. Leonard. Players left if he wants it. Baker on the left-hand side. Ampadu holding him up. He's allowing to go across goal though. Man out to the right-hand side. It's played in. It's a simple header that goes up in the air and it's by Leonard. He didn't really time that header very well on the penalty spot. He had a chance there. Goes high in the air and Melia just makes an easy catch. But there's nobody who stood anywhere near him. Nonto has the ball now. Aronson plays it in. Gets it back. Aronson from Bamford. On the edge of the box, plays in. Baker makes the challenge there. Ball doesn't go out. It's given to Dan James. To Willie Nonto. Bamford blocked shot. Strauch. Rodon. Ampadu. Goes out to Dan James on the right again. Oh, pressure from Leeds. Puts his cross in again. Well, if that wasn't deflected, that was a poor cross. It goes high and wide over the bar. Very disappointing from Dan James. A lack of quality. Ball goes long. Tanaka wins the header. Bamford knocks it down. Nonto lost it. Comes out to the right-hand side. Tronstad plays it back inside. Dolan plays it back to Tronstad. He has it taken off him, though, by Tanaka and Aronson. Lay it back to Melier, who drives it long. Matteo Joseph challenging for it. But Blackburn pick it up in midfield again. Leonard trying to play Tronstad in. It's well read and Leeds come away on the break now. Right hand side, it's Dan James. Got men over of Leeds. Nonto gets out to the left. Aronson, he had to turn and retrieve it, slowed things down a bit, but he's got a chance to get into the box. He's into the box now. He's got a shot and it's over the bar. Well played by Aronson. Yeah, he had the space and the time. There was nobody closing him down, Aronson. He had to keep that down at least. Free kick to Blackburn. Halfway line. Blackburn taking the time with it again, as they have done throughout the game. 13 minutes to go, but there'll be at least 6 or 7 minutes injury time with the injuries we've had. Still not taking the free kick yet. They're taking it now. Wasted a minute or so there. It's headed on. Strauch heads it out. Heavy touch by Bart. Plays it out, throw to Leeds. Weber takes it. Weber plays it down the line, high down the line. I'm not going to win that at Leeds. It's headed back in. Weber again, high into the centre. Strout picks the ball up. Gives it to Aronson. Aronson goes across to the right-hand side to Ampadu. Ampadu to James. James attacking down the right-hand side again. Checks back. Flicks it across for Nonso. Nonso brings it down. It's in the box, but he's having to turn and go back out. Then he's fouled. Hedges brings him down. It's a silly place to concede a free kick there. Nonso was going backwards. Why he needs to do that, I don't know. Going away from goal. James and Weber stood over this. It's to the right of the goal. It's about 6 or 7 yards outside the Blackburn box. Weber and James, who's going to take it? James gets it on target, but it's straight into Per's gloves. Leeds come forward again with Tanaka on the right-hand side. James again seeing a lot of the ball on that right-hand side now. He comes inside, plays a crossing that hits Nonto, I think it was. Picked up by Rodon. It's crossed in again. Tanaka. It's played into Strauch. Strauch is still in there. There's a foul by Bamford. Gives Blackburn the chance to slow the game down with this free kick. Take the intensity out of the game for Leeds because it's all Leeds at the moment. Bamford's got more experience than that to be putting in those sort of tackles. Blackburn making a couple of substitutions. Look like Leonard's gone off. Cozier Dewberry. Ball goes forward again. The only run was Bamford. There's nowhere near him. It's easily cut out and Blackburn come forward again. Tanaka in the centre. Run by Dan James, but it's too late. Goes out to Nonto instead, who rolls it out to Dan James. He tries to put his cross in. It's blocked and it goes out for a corner to Leeds. Dan James is going to take this right-footed on the right-hand side. It's going to be an away swinger. And it comes now. It's a near post, headed on. Appeal for a handball. Cozier Dewberry. Bamford saying it was a handball. Nothing given. Another corner though. Corner comes in again. It's headed away at the near post. Out to Nonso with a great shot. On the volley. Just goes wide of that left-hand post. Probably Pears was there covering it, but he did well as it came high to him. Nonso to volley it and keep it down. Great technique. So it did come from a high position. See how wide it is now, but it's great technique there, and he's about 2 yards wide. Nonso plays the ball down the line for Dan James. Well, that skipped away from him on the wet pitch, and it's a goal kick. Leeds running out of time. Daniel Farker is talking to the fourth official and saying, "No, how long are they taking? Every time it's slow, slow, slow." Ball's headed on. It's played back forward by Rodon. Joseph Aronson. Tanaka is beaten to it. Wins it back again. Goes back to Nonso. Nonso's going to play it out to Weber. No, he goes back to Strauch. Strauch goes to the right to Rodon. Dan James. Ampadu to Tanaka. Strauch. Pass was a bit behind him though. Forced him back. Weber plays it inside. Aronson. Back to Weber. Rodon. Dan James is wide. He's free if they can get it to him. Ampadu. Nonso. Nonso plays the ball in. It's played away though by Hyam. It's cleared away anyway. Halfway line. Throw to Leeds. Ampadu to Rodon on the halfway. Nonso. Back to Ampadu. Dan James. Beck quickly in on him. Throw to Leeds. Nonso. Strauch on the left. Goes inside to Nonso. Nonso goes forward, but he's robbed of the ball. And then Kojidubi is held up and Nonso wins the ball back. Goes back to Weber. Weber gets a cross into the near post. Comes into... Joseph is down and it's a penalty to Leeds. And there's no VAR, so this is going to remain a penalty. As Joseph went in to tuck that ball into the back of the net, he was brought down and it's a definite penalty. And Leeds have got the chance to win this. Wait to see what the replay looks like, but it's a definite penalty. Ball comes in. I am diving in there to try and block. It all happens so fast, it's difficult to see. It's just on the penalty spot. It's a genuine attempt for the ball, but Joseph was going in, and if it hadn't been fouled, it had a clear shot on goal. But you would think that this is Pascal Struijk's chance to win it for Leeds. Pascal Struijk runs up left-footed and plays it wide and into the back of the net, and Leeds take the lead. Pears goes to the left and Pascal Struijk rolls it in with the side of his left foot to the right-hand side, and Leeds are in the lead with a few minutes to go. And you'd think with a couple of minutes to go, that's going to be 3 points to Leeds. Yeah, it's a great penalty by Struijk. He just takes a step and then pauses just to let Pears make his decision which way to go. Pears goes to his left and then Struijk just rolls it into his right. Well, there's one thing for certain, is that Simply Joy said Leeds will be a goal, and she was right. Now, all of a sudden, Blackpool are going to hurry things up, having slowed the game down for the full 90 minutes. All of a sudden, they're in a hurry now. And that's the problem when you start adopting these tactics, that suddenly you go behind late on, and all of a sudden you want to hurry things up now, having wasted all that time before. But they're in on here now. Rankin Costello. Tanaka was arguing that the ball didn't go out for a corner, that it should have been a goal kick. Well, the resulting corner from the right side is going to be a left-footed in-swinger, and Blackburn are going to really fill the penalty spot with this. It comes in now. It's right to the back post. Free header. Oh, no, they've equalised. Poor defending by Leeds. At the back post, there was a free header, but nobody picked up. He's headed it back across. There was a couple of deflections, but it's rolled into the far post. And no sooner had Leeds taken lead, they've thrown it away. Right to the back post. It's Willie Nonto lost his man at the back post. And from then on, Leeds were struggling. There's Danny Bart. A bit of a scuffed shot, but he's managed to get his scuffed shot just inside the far post. It was only 3 or 4 yards out. Ten minutes of added time. Can you believe 10 minutes? Still a chance for someone to win it. Leeds on the attack again now. Joseph puts a cross in. It's headed away. Nonto on the edge of the box. He owes us something after letting that man go away. Tanaka. James, left-footed across. It's headed on. Oh, it's flicked away at the back post. And then Blackburn clear it. Pascal Struijk having to go back, plays it across to Rudd on the halfway line, and Leeds can reset and come forward again. Ampadu. James gets a cross in. It's a poor one though. Goes behind for a goal kick. Thanks to Mason Aldridge for liking and subscribing. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for supporting us, Mason. It's great to see you. It's a free kick to Leeds for a challenge on the halfway line. Ampadu, Tanaka, Nonto to James. James has to go back to Nonto. Blackburn holding the shape again. Tanaka puts a cross into the back post. Goes out to Aronson. And put his cross back to the edge of the box to Strauch. Goes across to Tanaka. His shot's blocked. He plays it in again. And eventually Blackburn clear it. I actually support Leeds, would you believe, Mason? So I'm hoping Leeds can pinch an equaliser after throwing it away so quickly. You're a Man City fan, oh well, keep joining us for our watch-alongs. Still plenty of Man City games, plenty of Premier League games. Ball's hooked away again from the edge of the box by Blackburn. Tanaka plays it inside. It's held off. It goes out to... Oh, that's a great save. Weber strikes one at the near post and pairs across one-handed and turns it round the post. That's a great save. He hit it with power as well, with his left foot. That's a good save. That saved him a point there for his team at the moment. Only 5 minutes to go, but the referee stopped the play while he's having a word with some of the defenders in the box. Yeah, right-footed in-swinger from this left-hand side. And it comes, punched away to the edge of the box to Nonto. Nonto gets it out. Voba seems to have hooked it out of the box. Nonto's going to win that ball back and he's giving it away. Tanaka's back there helping out though. And then Tanaka's fouled. Yeah, definitely hope we get promoted, get back into that Premier League. That's what we want. If we don't, we're going to be in trouble with the James onto the edge of the box as a shot. There's a foul there on the edge of the box, and Tanaka gets a yellow card for his troubles. Leeds battling hard for the ball now. Do you live in Manchester then, Mason? Still waiting for this free kick to be taken. Blackburn slowing things down again. They're going to slow things down. Headed away by Voba. Throw to Blackburn. Deep inside the Leeds half on the right-hand side. Appreciate your support, Mason. It'd be great to see you. We can chat more. So, yellow card given to Aronson there. Yeah, we can get chatting more as we do more of these live streams. I think the both teams seems to be losing the cool a bit, especially the Leeds players having given it away after taking the lead. Oh, you got some family in Doncaster. You grew up in Goole, all right. Arson's fouled in the Leeds box, and it's a free kick to Leeds, which is taken quickly. Rodon plays out to the right-hand side. Ampadu goes long, looking for the run of Dan James. Dan James is beaten to the ball. It went out for a throw, but the referee's given a foul in the box. Dan James running into his man. Didn't see that. It was a clean challenge by what I saw. Free kick. 2 minutes to go. Oh, your granddad and your dad supported City. That's how you became a City fan. So have you been going to the games the last few seasons and enjoying the trophies that you've won? John Eustace there is saying 5 more minutes. I don't think it can be that. I mean, it's a minute and a half left. Oh, he was at the Gillingham playoff final, was he? Ah, that was the start of it all. Melier drives it forward. Joseph beaten to it. Voba left-footed, hides it forward. Aronson, Nonton lays it off. There's going to be another card here. Oh, you've got a season ticket to go with you. Oh, that's great. Wish I could get myself a season ticket for Leeds. Virtually impossible. Danny Bard got a yellow card for that challenge. Free kick to Leeds. Last chance, 30 seconds to go. You went to the Champions League final. Wow, what an experience. Ball's going to be slung in to the back post. Can we reach it? It's over. It's too far. It's too high. Strauch was at the back post, but he couldn't get to it. Looking at that free kick there, just a fraction too far in front of the strike. It was a good corner, a good free kick, but again, Blackburn have defended well and they didn't give Strauch a free run like what we did for the equaliser. Looks like Pears has got a yellow card for time wasting and about time. Ball goes long. Free head, it's lobbed forward, it's high in the air. Strauch wings it, vols it forward. Nonto picks the loose ball up. Looking for Bamford with a through ball, but it's cleared away. 100 minutes is up. Strauch. I'll let you know in a minute. I'll have a look at when the next one is. Nonto has to turn out and go back. They've got to get it in, Leeds, because it's time up to the back post. It's headed back across and it's just over the bar. And that's it. It's a draw. It wasn't the greatest of games if we're completely truthful about it. But 1-1 it is. Just going to have a look and see when the next... let's have a look. It will be... I thought Liverpool and Man United were playing. Let's have a quick look at Premier League games. Right, so here we go. Saturday will be, yeah, Mason, it will be Sunday, next one, due to working commitments and what have you. I can't do Saturdays, but it'll be the Liverpool-Manchester United game. That'll be my next one. Rangers and Celtic will be a good one tomorrow, but I'm working tomorrow, so I can't do that. So it'll be Sunday, the Liverpool. But if you hit the notification bell when I put the live stream on, the advertisement for the live stream on, you'll get notified. I think Leeds remain top after that one, but I'll just see because I haven't seen the other. Let's go through these scores. So Millwall lost to Oxford. Burnley drew 0-0 with Stoke. Cardiff drew 1-1 with Coventry. Luton were beaten by Norwich City. Portsmouth 4, Swansea 0. Sheffield Wednesday 4, Derby 2. West Brom 3, Preston 1. Obviously, the two games, Hull City and Middlesbrough, and Sunderland and Sheffield United kick off in the next couple of hours. So the table at the moment still looks like Leeds on top, still by 2 points. Obviously, Sheffield United can close that to just goal difference, but we will remain top till the next game at least. Okay, Mason, yeah, I'll see you on Sunday then. Thanks for joining us. It's great to see your support, and we'll chat again soon, buddy. Thanks to everybody who has joined us for the live stream today. Hope you can see your way clear before you leave to hit that subscribe button. You're doing one for Hull City and Middlesbrough. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you have a good time. Enjoy the game, my friend. See you in a bit. Yeah. Just see everybody on Sunday. Before you all leave, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're fully aware of all the future live watch-alongs, and hit the like. It does just help the channel grow. Thanks to everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we shall see you on Sunday.